begin.
Hi, welcome to the Groove Gunner Finals. This is Ryan Birmingham. I'm the CEO of Val. Definitely, let's go, because we got some awesome competitors starting in Groove Gunner. And we're ready to load into our first song here. Yep.
This is one of my favorites of Groove Gunner, honestly. The tracks in this game are incredible.
Yeah, these guys are rocking it. And this is like a super heavy metal track. And you got like this whole like concert like light show effect going on with this.
It's a hard one to start off with too, and they're actually doing the third most difficulty, I suppose you could say, in the game, which is sharpshooter. So they're not on the max, but it's still pretty up there.
Yeah, Groove Gunner is awesome because it's one of your most like technical rhythm games out there. And these competitors basically went through a couple stages to get this far. So they did qualifiers, which were open to anybody, and then we took the top 5, and the top 5 are all playing this simultaneously. They add up their scores. So this is a very simple finals format. It's basically they're all going to play through, and we're going to get a score at the very end here.
And basically, for those of you who have not tried Groove Gunner before, how the scoring works is, so the bullets that are coming at them, the things that you'll see them blocking occasionally, those are worth 20 points. Now, as far as the targets themselves, the closer they are to the grid, the more they're going to earn in points, so it's going to be measured by meters. But not only that, they're also scored on accuracy, so obviously the closer they get to the middle of the target, the more points they're going to get. So basically the max base points they can get is 150, and the smallest amount they can get is 12. So there's a lot of mechanics in play when it comes to the scoring in Groove Gunner, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's basically the combination of two different mechanics. So you got that blocking, and then you got the shooting. And in order to be good at Groove Gunner, you have to be good at both. So it has that sort of like Audica like feel to it with the shooting, and then it has sort of the audio shield with there. So two awesome games. But Groove Gunner does it in a way that's totally unique and is a really awesome hybrid.
It really is, and I love that concert experience that they're able to also have. I give major props to all of these players to make it this far, because personally for me, with all the flashing lights and the multitasking, I don't know how they do it, but to have made it to the finals, incredible, absolutely incredible.
This is definitely like your hardcore rhythm players like dream of a game. Just because like it does combine those mechanics, because we got some like people that are pretty good in the scene. So we got Mimi, who plays a lot of synth riders. He has done Dance Collider, a few others. He's in the Winter Games right now. And then we got Captain Claw.
We got Captain Claw.
Yeah.
If you've ever played Ragnarok, you'll see Captain Claw like the top score in basically every hardest difficulty ever. So it's interesting to see him also try out Groove Gunner as well.
I think they have what we call like gamer blood, where they just like naturally can do these rhythm games. So
I mean, it's incredible. I believe we also have Phoenix Die, who is a self-proclaimed old gamer. He's a father of 3. He also streams every day on Twitch, which is impressive, and loves a wide variety of games besides Groove Gunner.
Oh,
all right, let's see what we got here.
Okay, so we got Amp Blondie with a super high score. Captain Claw, not surprising, jumping into first place right there. So we got 3 songs here, and after each of those 3 songs, we'll get a score.
I love the variety. And the great part about the music that's involved in the game is it's not a traditional licensing deal that Groove Gunner has with these bands. Basically, they had a social media contest, and I believe the bands, they get a share of the revenue. Is that correct?
Yeah, which is awesome.
Double-checking.
Because you don't need to... I know like Twitch bans have been everywhere, and I've even seen people's like Twitter accounts deleted. And so, you don't have to worry about any of that with Groove Gunner, because anytime you buy the game, like you actually support the indie artist who did it. So that's pretty awesome.
And you'll see in some of the maps too, which all of the maps, by the way, as well, are handcrafted. They're custom made. They're not prefabs. So the devs and then custom mappers, they all put all these individual work into each of the maps for the songs. But a great part about being able to have that sort of deal with these indie artists is you'll see every now and then like music videos from the particular song, just a lot of really cool things. A lot of work was put into these maps, and it's fantastic. I love the concert experience. I just want to like sit and watch the everything going on. That's why I don't know, these guys are awesome to have that kind of focus when all of these things are happening.
Yeah, when I play Groove Gunner, I literally feel like I'm on a concert stage. So that's super unique. And all these guys are like so close in competition. It's actually like, unless you have like like Superman vision, it's kind of hard to tell like who's ahead. But you can see that like Amp Blondie just missed a one right there. He got like a red X, right? But then you see Captain Claw over here. Like his timing is so tight as he's hitting these red and blue targets.
It's crazy because you can kind of see when they go from a block directly to a shot just how quick the draw has to be on that, because you're going from, shields up right to having to draw, well, suppose for me it'd be randomly on the spot, but you got to predict those movements, and it's really fun to watch. It's intense.
Yeah, and one thing that's awesome about Groove Gunner is like just the colors, right? So like you can see, I don't know, as a kid, my favorite color is fluorescent. Not a color, but anytime my mom asks me, she's like, "What's your favorite color?" and I'd say fluorescent.
Fluorescent.
All right, sorry, bad stories about me. But anyway, if you love fluorescent, like this is your game right here.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm really excited to see. I know the devs have a lot of different things in store. So the game actually, I wouldn't say... it's so exciting to watch. Sorry, I got distracted. The game is still pretty new, so I wouldn't say that everyone... This is their first competitive tournament that Groove Gunners actually entered in, as far as I know, because the game is still in early access. It just came out in early access on Steam in October. So I would say all of these guys are on pretty fair grounds as far as the amount of time they've probably gotten to play this, assuming, since October. But yeah, I'm excited to see the process. I know they're working on having a more streamer-friendly view, so you can choose whether you want to have certain songs on there and more details on the streamer view for what you put in your broadcasting software. A lot of fun stuff, more fixes with accuracy.
All right, okay. Amp Blondie killing it. Phoenix Die a little bit behind. Captain Claw.
But Mimi.
Mimi coming out with the on top.
Mimi's got the
for Shallow Water.
Yep.
Yeah,
so,
Mimi's a robot.
So far we've got Captain Claw for the first song.
I don't think Mimi's actually a robot.
Mimi for the second, so I'm really excited to see.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because we're heading into our final song here.
I've seen Mimi in so many different competitions. I don't know how they have the energy to be able to... and in the qualifiers, so not just entering all of them, but also entering and doing really well. So kudos to you.
Yeah, the Winter Games definitely have, I think, 26 games this time, and Mimi, I feel like, is in half of them, at least. So, yeah. Maybe he's at, like, a cyborg implant for rhythm games.
I'm starting to see familiar names.
Yep. So, here we have, Celestial, if I said the name track right. Like here you see like they're in the concert experience, right? Like you can see the artwork up on stage. You got all the particle effects there. Super rad.
I think I read somewhere too that the idea for this game came from one of the developers. They met up with they're talking about a band at a wedding, or how did that go again?
There's like a wedding story involved, right? Where they're all just chatting. They're like, hey, what should we do with our lives? They're like, let's make like indie games, like video games plus music. Yeah. So, grateful to everybody who does that, yeah.
It makes sense, though, coming from the band background that they kind of went, the approach for this game was more music-focused first versus, a lot of other rhythm games, which will focus more on the mechanics and then, like we mentioned earlier, licensing out the music and finding that after. But you can tell that, the devs behind this are definitely musicians or have that background. It's very heavily focused on making sure that those artists get the credit due.
Yeah, on our very first call with them, they actually had a guitar hanging out in the background, right? And I was like, okay, this is legit on your video call.
Yeah, nice.
All right, so we got Captain Claw continuing to hit the targets exactly on time, like very centered. And he's hitting them almost exactly on the meters for the grid. And I don't think he's missed a single block here. One thing that's interesting is that if you get to, you can get up to 10 on the multiplier. And if you miss, it resets, and if you miss, it halves and goes in half again. So its misses are pretty critical. I haven't seen a ton yet here. But we're coming.
Phoenix, there was a couple. That's crucial because then you start to lose that multiplayer, which is really gonna bite you at the end. But it happens on the finals. You get nervous, and it's like the pressure's on.
Yeah, and look how fast these orbs are coming out at the contestants, right? To not miss those, plus switch to shooting between blocking, pretty intense.
Especially with this particular track, because there's a lot of switching rapidly between one colored bullet to the next. So you got to be really quick.
Yep.
Even missing one can really, really affect the end score. You don't even know what's happening most of the time. I'm just watching this, and it's like, how do these... what's going on?
Yeah, we're at a concert. We're at a Rhythm Games concert. Because you can see the music up behind there, right? Super cool.
The whole time I'm just going to be grooving. All these tracks are so great. But yeah, I love that they're able to have the music videos featured in there as part of the stage as well. That's really unique. I haven't seen, personally, another game that does that.
Yep, for sure.
But...
All right, we are coming almost to the end of this track. And we have added up the scores. And so we're actually going to be able to find out a winner right here and announce the top 5.
Ooh.
Who's it going to be?
It's almost like it was a good thing to
Ooh.
because the nerves.
Boomerang Bro. Awesome score right there.
Wow.
Okay, that switched up a little bit for this final track, but we're going to see who added up in the end. Captain Claw!
Nice.
So, congrats to the winners there. We had a great prize pool. They're going to get some cash rewards for the winter games, and we're good to go.
That's intense. Major congratulations to all of you. Well deserved.
Well deserved. All right. We'll catch you for the next Winter Games. And it's Ryan. And catch you later.
Is that in Bombadi? Yep. We'll see you later.
Bye.